Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Great Reviews at All. Today I am coming back with, you read the title, Sistas. My review on Sistas Season 7, I believe it's episode 4. Um, I was I was watching the episode, but I was kind of like, it's like it would have my attention, then it wouldn't, then it would, then it was like in and out for me. Um, I will start off with one of the things that I did want to talk about. So I'll start with the whole thing with Zach and with Karen. So he obviously is battling back and forth between wanting to allow for wherever him and Karen are, how it's peace at this time between the both of them, and it's like he doesn't want to rock the boat. However, Fatima is really urging him, pretty much demanding, like, dude, you're wanting to get custody of one child already. You need to not only be handling that, but you need to get a hold on what's going to be what with the other child that you possibly have with Karen. However, with you not having, no, you did not present your DNA to test to make sure as a confirmation that you are actually the father. You do not need to go by her word, that she only was sleeping with Aaron and with Zach. I'm really, really thinking that Tyler is going to end up hitting us with a like a wowzer, something that we were not expecting. I am on the train of it's not Zach's child. That is where I am. I'm on that side of things. I really don't think it is. It's just with the way that she's been acting, it makes me think that there is something that we don't know and that she has not shared with all of her girlfriends. Um, the crazy part is one of them, and I can't recall who it was when the whole thing was going on about getting the results. Initially, one of her friends, and like I said, I don't remember who it was. They were the ones who said something about there possibly, is it, are we sure it's either Zach or Aaron? Maybe she was with somebody else, and I feel like that is a possibility. So that's what I feel. Others may feel different, but that's what I think. So he's basically in a battle between that, but he done went and talked to Danny. I know Danny is a friend of his as well, but I really think it sucks to have her in the position of wanting to be a good friend to Karen and also still be a listening ear and a friend to Zach, because they have established a friendship as well. Um, and it just really sucks that she's in the middle on this, and I hate that he went to go even talk to her about that. Me personally, I would have preferred that he didn't do that, just because you're putting her in the middle. You should have went to someone else that is outside of the circle if you really wanted to have that discussion. Somebody else. um I think, like I said, yes, you need to do the DNA test, present your DNA, get that done, so you'll know where you need to go from there, and it's not a question mark. Um, but for him to go talk to her and Danny, I mean, it's one of the things I like about Danny, and she's my favorite, but she be messing up though. But I do like that she's very honest, and she just really, and she didn't want to say it, but that is truly what her mindset was. Dude, I mean, I don't want to say it, but at the same time, if I were you, yeah, I would. That's, I kind of would have been feeling the same way, but I don't know if I would have said anything. I would have just had to just ask him to not involve me in that particular conversation of looking for advice, because just because of the friendship status of both people, of all parties involved. So this kind of bigged him up. I thought that was a little bit crazy that it took for you to have a conversation with Danny to kind of get the courage that you needed to go to her and ask her this. We all, you already know, you know Karen, everyone know, all of her friends, they know exactly how her reaction is going to be. And so regardless of when you do it, it doesn't matter how you do it, how you say it, when you do it, she's going to have a negative reaction, period. And he actually went and he said that was, I think that's where they ended the scene, I believe, I don't know. So we're going to see next week, I'm assuming, what's going to come of that conversation. I don't like, and I'm going to stick on Karen's topic, I'm not enjoying how Pam and Karen's mom are kind of like pushing her into this, putting herself out there for to kind of get entangled into another man, being with another man or dating or that, because I feel like, okay, where she is right now in her phase of life, this is my opinion, her main focus needs to be on the two major things that she has going on. One, her health, her baby's health. That's two things combined, because she's got to make sure she takes care of herself in order to make sure her baby's good, right? So that should be her main focus. Two, the second thing is one of the biggest things that she has going on right now. She just reopened her business fresh. Those are the things, and she's going to need that to be able to financially not only support herself anymore, but now also a child, even though supposedly Zach is the father and we know he's going to do his part regardless. Those should be her main priorities. Once she gets situated, then allow her to slowly work herself into that type of situation. I mean, come on. I just don't think that would be a good time for her to get mixing and mingling with other men. Like, what is that? Like, whether it's dating, relationship, whatever the case, not cool. I'm not enjoying that. So moving away from that, let's go over to, I'll touch on Sabrina. They're kind of opening it up to let us know that she's about to go into a situation where she's back working at the bank. She's no longer the manager, which I didn't really catch that until this most recent episode, that they did bring her back, but of course they didn't put her back into the role that she was prior to being suspended or whatever you want to call it. They just brought her back, gave her the job, I guess, as the bank teller. I guess that would be the proper termination, not termination, proper terminology. That's what she's been doing. However, you have this other lady, and I'm like, oh my gosh, are you going to be the irritating coworker? You're going to give her issues. It's like, oh my gosh. I love how Sabrina, even though she handled her, I was so happy because, honey, I would have been like, ma'am, okay. One, Sabrina, tell your boyfriend, whatever he is to you, don't come to my job if it's not business related. Let's just not go there. Two, Sabrina, only deal with stuff pertaining to work and just focus on that and tune out the other mess, because that lady, she's the type that she will go run and she will go tell on you because she wants to make herself look better. No, ma'am. But Sabrina just politely let her know, like, ma'am, just like you clocking me and what I'm doing, don't think that I don't see the little things that you be doing that you ain't supposed to do either. But with that being said, Sabrina did do what she needed to do. Just saying, ma'am, mind your business and do your job, because that means if you're focusing on what she's doing, that means you're not working. Mind your business. And it really sucks that the lady, I forgot who she is to them, presented to the both of them about the opportunity for either one of them to possibly become the manager, the branch manager. I didn't like how she did that. I feel that if you were popping in to speak to them about something like that, you could have, honestly, you didn't even have to pop in. An email would have been perfect, or a phone call. Hey, I need to speak to you on the line. Speak to them individually, let them know I'm looking into you. There is another possible candidate. And just know that we're going to be looking into possibly offering you that. Just depend, it depends. And then do the same thing for the other, for her coworker as well, because now you're basically putting them on the spot. They both are going to be doing, fighting for that position, and I don't already like how the other girl is acting towards Sabrina. So I feel like there's gonna be some work drama, and it just really sucks. It really seems like Sabrina is really trying not to be in the drama. She really just wants to work, date, find her a good man. She wants to be a mom, as we've seen with that conversation with Maurice, and she just wants to live life drama free, but the drama keeps finding her. I do believe that when it comes to Sabrina saying that she wants to be a mom, and y'all have to correct me, I don't think he said absolutely not. If I heard what I heard, I think he was saying, I don't want to just be out here having kids just because you want a kid, or just because I want a kid. I wanted to be with someone that I know for a fact we are in it for the long haul, and we're going to do this together. That's what I think. That's what I got out of what he was saying. I don't know if he just flat out said no, but I don't know. I feel like he didn't say it was completely off the table. He's saying, we just met. We're getting to know each other. I'm not about to just give you a kid just because you want a kid. And there we go. And I think Sabrina, every time she meets someone, she finds a reason to not like them, or to say, oh, this is not going to work. Almost like self-sabotage. But you want to be in a happy relationship, but you find a reason to say, oh, nope, I can't be with this man. It's like, I don't think you're hearing and you're not listening. And again, y'all just met. Why are you trying to rush to have a kid with this man? Y'all, if we're looking at the timeline, y'all just met. It's not a year later. This is like, a month? A couple months? I don't even know. Because of the way Tyler did the season. We're going to roll with it. Moving on. Love Maurice, but sometimes it's just like, okay, dude, the sass, be yourself, but do you have to be snappy with everybody? Because that's what it comes off as. I don't know if that's like his defense mechanism until he realizes that, oh, okay, so this person doesn't have anything against the gay people, I guess. I don't know if that's like a defense mechanism for him, and then when he realizes like, okay, they don't have an issue with me, then he kind of tones it down and talks regular. I don't know what that's about. Or it could just be, it's just Maurice. He's going through a lot of life changes, and he's just, angry with the way things have been going for him lately, and it's just what it is. It's what you're gonna get. Let's see. Let's go over to Andi, Hayden, Gary. Is it Penelope? I think I'm gonna get their names right, but Andi and Fatima were talking, and how crazy! That was so crazy that the guy, he ended up having a heart attack and he passed away. And I thought that was so sad. And that would traumatize me. And I'm like, ma'am, you didn't feel no like way to just be like, okay, that happened right in front of my face. This man was talking to me and got riled up, and something happened with his heart. I need a day off. Like, I would have had to go home that day. I wouldn't have been able to be talking to nobody else that day. I would have needed a minute. But she went, had a little conversation with Fatima, and then sitting there talking about going up for his position, which I get it, in that world. I mean, that's really what it is. When you're out or somebody leaves, you're gunning for the next position because that's what it is. However, it was like, okay, Andy, ouch. Hayden too. What the heck? Goes right back to her office and continues the day like that didn't just happen. I thought that was very strange. Hayden, now all of a sudden, he is perfectly fine with calling Gary. I personally wouldn't have wanted to have zero contact with him until that gets sorted out, because I'm like, sir, I don't need my job to be on the line and nothing to get misconstrued. No, absolutely not. But he put that down to the side enough to call him and say, hey, I need you to help me with Andy because I want this position. So him and Andy, now they're about to be going for each other's neck in order to get this man's position, who literally just passed away maybe minutes before they're thinking these thoughts and making these phone calls. I just think that's insane, but we're going to roll with it. That's right up Gary's alley, of course. He has nothing to lose at this point. Gary is a snake. Gary is everything that every negative and ugly word that you can think of to call this man, he is that. He's obsessed with Andi at this point because it's like, you so don't like her. She's nothing to you. She's this, she's that. She's not wifey material. Why are you so obsessed with her? After this, what is it? Is it because I don't know. Gary is crazy, and I think they need to be a little bit more concerned about him than they're acting. I mean, Andi literally acts as if this man did not hug her and squeeze her tight enough to make her pass out. And I thought she died. Just saying. But anyway, so they're making this thing, and that's right up his alley. At the same time, Penelope comes in, and because she knows something's not right with him. He's doing something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to try to find out some information. So she figures out a way to come to his office, and he has to leave and take a personal phone call because he was talking to Hayden. So that all happened at the perfect time for her. So she's going through his drawers at work and finds a passport, and it's a complete, and I knew it. I said, oh my gosh, it's gonna be something like he has like a double life, like a whole nother identity. And lo and behold, that's literally what it was. When I tell you, I was screaming at the TV because I was like, girl, hurry up and put that back while you trying to make a phone call while you're talking to Andi. You should have took the picture, put it back where you got it from, exactly where you got it from. Then you can shoot it to Andi real quick, delete it off your phone, call her if you wanted to. Actually, I wouldn't have even called her until I actually left that building, because for all we know, which I know we know, he's not going to have a camera in his office, and he's not going to have listening devices in his office, because that would get him caught up in a whole nother way. It was just the way she went about that. It had me on pins and needles. Like, ma'am, hurry up. Okay? The way you went about that, that's not the right way to do it. But anyway, so that's what fun. So she called, and she's like, girl, like, and they're coming to the conclusion, like, he has a double life. And I'm just like, okay, he has a double life. How does he have time to do all these things? Like, how is that? I'm a little confused, because I feel like he was always around when it came to coming after Andi. But then here she comes saying, oh, he would always leave for work on these days, this day, all these different days. And I'm like, okay, so confused. But we're going to roll with it, Tyler. I'm going to see where you're taking us on this journey. But I think that's all that I really got from this episode. So we're gonna see. Hopefully we find out sooner than later what Gary has going on, and I hope they take his. I almost cursed. I hope that they drag his behind, okay, through the dirty pond, whatever, just the dirtiest part of wherever. Just drag him right on to jail. I really hope they get his tail and get him out of here. Sorry. Now they ended it. We're seeing the clip, and I was confused because at the time I did not know that they switched the actors for who plays Jordan, so I didn't know who Andi was with. All I know is that Gary was watching them. So we see a clip where he is high as a kite. He is watching her as she's leaving, following her pretty much, and she's leaving wherever they were, and she was with Jordan. Andi is happy for the most part, and I love seeing her like this. Can we keep it like that, please? Because we didn't like, and let me not speak for everybody. I didn't like what I was seeing with her, how she was with Gary, and no. But Gary's in his car. He's watching her. He's on drugs. Has a gun. Gary, what you doing? What you trying to do? You gonna take her out? Like, what's the goal here? But yeah, so we'll see. So if you have watched my video in its entirety, I want to say thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back with more videos. I'm really wanting to push to get back to doing more reviews, movies, other TV shows. I do not just watch Sisters. I do watch other TV shows. I don't review all of them. That would be too much on me. I am full-time. I am full-time employed, and I also am a toddler mom, so that takes up a lot of my time. I will say that right now, and I will also put it on the comments, not for the video, but on the page. There is something I'm watching on Hulu. It's called Death and Other Details. So maybe I could do something on that. I might go back and do a review on Black Cake and the movie The Color Purple. I went to go see it, but I really want to get back into doing my reviews on movies and some other stuff, and not just Sisters. So yes, I look for that to come in the near future. All right. But I just hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. And I thank you. And I will see y'all next week. Bye.